All right. We are live, ready to roll. Double check to make sure I'm live over here in this YouTube world. Where am I? Coming in loud and clear. Come on now. Aha! I'm there. Welcome, everyone. 90-day Madman Blitz. It's going to be completely 100% focused on building. My good friend Brandon Scribner will drop by pretty soon. He is actually right now coaching in jiu-jitsu, and he said, I'm going to be a couple of minutes late. I said, no worries, I got you. We will have some fun to get this thing started. As I do with every meeting, I want to add value. If you decide you want to, get off this call right when I'm done giving this value, then that's great. I'm okay with that. But I always want to start off with giving value, massive value that you can take with you. And I do this every one of our calls on Monday night. You started off on the right foot, and really to get me started off on the right foot. So what is it this week? Going the extra mile. Going the extra mile. When you go now, it's funny. It's cute. People do quotes about the extra mile, and they put them on social media, and it makes them feel warm and fuzzy. But here's the challenge with going the extra mile that many don't understand. Very few people finish the first mile. And I'm not talking about running. Very few ever make it by going the extra mile. And if they do go the extra mile, they complain about it. They itch about it and everything above. That's not going the extra mile. Going the extra mile is doing it with a smile on your face, excitement in your voice. My good friend Barry always said, enthusiasm. You got to keep enthusiasm from one failure to the next. And when you do that, that is the definition of success. Keeping that same enthusiasm when you started, before you got your teeth kicked in, and going the extra mile. Now, there's something to be said about going the extra mile. And if you take this down as a real estate agent, write this down, and you live by this, you will be successful. I can promise you that. Going the extra mile means you're not expecting anything in return. You're just going the extra mile. Now, there is this thing called the law of reciprocity that my good friend Napoleon Hill taught me years ago. And that is anything that you throw out into the universe, it does come back. And in many times it comes back tenfold. But, big but, don't go the extra mile expecting anything in return. You just go the extra mile. The law of reciprocity will take care of you, but don't think about that. Now, when you go the extra mile, like I said, when I started, you've got to do it with a smile on your face. Going the extra mile isn't going to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever is out there, Snapchat, and complaining about how hard it is for you as a real estate agent. I've seen enough of those posts. Those are not the people I'm looking for. Now, if you've made those posts in the past and you're like, shouldn't have done it, cool, you're who I'm looking for, okay? But complaining about how hard it is not going the extra mile. Now, going the extra mile, here's a few things I want to teach you. I have done this my whole business career. In fact, there was this young couple that they owe me $46,000. This is, 13, 14 years ago now. And they promised me they'd pay me and all this other good stuff. And they didn't. And they left. I also had another young woman who, she wrote the longest note. It was a note that I've ever seen about how she was going to pay her lead bill. And she owed me about $12,000. I never received a dime of it. But I kept going, kept a smile on my face, and moved on. And it works. Times you're going to come out on the short end of the stick. Don't worry about it. Talk to my good friend, my business partner, Carolyn Richter. Ask her this question. Do you really get mad at Paul for all the money he spends on advertising when y'all list homes? Ask her that question, because she does. But I want you to ask her without me anywhere around. Do you really, truly get mad at Paul? She does. And every time I tell her, Carolyn, I need you to understand the way I've been successful my entire business career. And she'll say, but this home, this listing isn't, the commissions just isn't there to justify doing this much advertising. And I need people like that in my life. And I'm glad she says those things. However, I tell her, it doesn't matter to me. I believe that if you go the extra mile, it works. And the law of reciprocity tells me this: I will get paid for something much bigger than I was expecting. That has also happened my entire career. I've spent, as I said, on one couple, $40-something thousand. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also furnished their entire apartment. Yes, I furnished their entire apartment. And when they moved, they took the furniture. They didn't pay me back for the bill they owed me, and they took the furniture. I'm not kidding. But the law of reciprocity tells me this: if I keep going and I continue to go the extra mile, I will get paid big time on something I will get paid that I did not put that much effort into. That's the way the law of reciprocity works. But here's the big but. You can't complain about it. I didn't go to social media and complain that these folks owed me money. I didn't say a word. I didn't bash them. I didn't beat them up. I haven't said their name right now. No one would know who they are anyhow. But I didn't do any of that. Even the young lady that owed me all the money and wrote the big note, never beat her up, never bashed her, never said anything, just smiled and went on to the next project. I do the same thing when I'm listing homes. We have a home that we've listed and I put a lot of money into it and more money than I'll ever get out of it. But I do know this, I will get repaid somehow, some way, but I do it with a smile on my face. Please do me a favor. If you're in real estate, take that to the bank. Take it to the absolute bank. Quit focusing on, I got to make XYZ on this property. I got to make XYZ on that property. Now, there's some business people out there. They'll tell you I'm stupid and crazy. These business people have never sold a business for multi-millions. Okay? Promise you they haven't. And I'm telling you, this stuff works. It's painful. It was very painful when that couple owed me that money. I did not have the money at that time. Okay? It was painful, but you keep going with a smile on your face. Everything you do, whether you're building a business and you're investing money into people individually, whether you are taking care of your customers, maybe you're doing an open house for a customer and you know what, they should probably clean the place up, but you go ahead and clean it yourself. But don't go to social media and act like, ooh, look what I did. Just do it. Just clean it. Just sweep the floor. Do whatever needs to be done. Okay? Do those things. And something will take over your heart that is unexpected in this whole process. It's called gratitude. Your heart will feel good for what you have done. You will feel, something will change about you. And when that changes about you, here's what happens that most people do not understand and do not get. You start to speak differently. And when you speak differently to customers, you get more customers. When you begin to speak differently, everything comes to you that doesn't come to this person. This person's saying the same thing you're saying, but you're saying it. There's something different by the way you're saying it. Stuff works. Okay. All right. Hope that was some great value for you. Take it to the bank. If you don't want to hear about the 90-day Madman Blitz, then you can just hop off now, but I hope you stay. I am looking for Brandon and I are looking for 3 more individuals that want to join us in this quest on this 90-day Blitz. And this will be a Blitz like none other. I have the 90-day accountability. This is also a 90-day accountability. And what we're doing here is so let me back up. Me and Brandon were sitting beside each other at an event this last Wednesday and Thursday. And on Thursday, we're in this particular event where they were talking about agent attraction. Now, please do me a favor. Don't get mad when I accidentally say recruiting instead of agent attraction. I'm getting better, I promise. But we were sitting in this event on agent attraction. And the gentleman talked about how he helped a young lady bring in 60 people, might have been 61, in 90 days. And I think it was like God spoke to both of us at the same. We were sitting beside each other, and I said, we're going to do this. Because what it really was, what it came down to was accountability. What it came to is this group of people were accountable to this gentleman. They reported their numbers to this gentleman, and they got 61, I think it was 61 agents in 90 days. Now, I told Brandon we're going to go for 50. 50 is our number. We're getting 50 in 90 days. And I want to know who's with me. I want to know who's with us, I should say. Who is with us? Who wants to tackle this with us? Now, let me tell you some things before you say, hey, it's me. This 90-day Blitz, it's not going to start this week or even next week. It's going to be the following week is when it starts, okay? We're going to interview some people next week and go over everything. The 90-day Agent Attraction Blitz only has 3 spots. This is not a training call. This is a complete leadership call, 100% leadership. Let me just read to you what I've got written down here so I don't miss anything. We're not building a hobby. We're building something that outlives our next closing, okay? I talk to so many people and they, I want to build. I want to build. I want to so bad. I want to. Okay, you want to, oops. Left my man in the lobby. I'm so sorry, Scrib.
You are fine. Can you see me?
I cannot see you, but I did not know you were in the lobby. My bad, bro.
No, you're good. Hold on.
I looked down and said, oh my gosh, he's in the lobby. Well, I'm going to keep talking while you're trying. Yep, you figured it out, I think. No? I thought you did.
No.
I got the option. You just let me do something real quick. I'm going to stop you, and then I'm going to undo you. Let's see if that helped. No.
No, it's
not. It says Scrib joined in portrait orientation. What does that mean? What does that mean? Let me see here. There's got to be something over here that I'm not touching.
Well, hello, YouTube Live. This is what we do in the mix. Making a mess and figuring it out.
You are the man behind the curtain. I tell you what, let me see if I can figure it out. Studio chat. Nope. Something's happening. No? People. Well, I don't know what to tell you, my friend. Now you're muted. I didn't mute you. Here, let me see something down here. Default. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go, and you can just chime in when you're ready. Okay. So I hear a lot of people say they want to build. I want to build. I want to build. I want to build, but they don't do anything for it. Like you want. Like people. I want to make $1 million. I want to make $1 million. That's great. That's cool. But what are you doing? Right. I hear that a lot. Like exactly what is it that you're going to say? No, I'm making $1 million. Right. And this is what I'm going to do. So on this one here, it's not a hobby. We're building something that outlives the next closing. Yes, we're looking for 3 people. And yes, this is selective. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for hunger. I'm not looking for, again, I'm not looking for perfection. We're just looking for hunger. We're looking for someone that's going to follow through this with us on this, because what we're creating is not just 50 agents to join We Partners in the next 90 days. What we're doing is we're creating this system. The 5 of us will create something that will also outlive us all, where we can look back and say, this is what we did to get here. And then when you bring in a crazy jacked up fool like me in the next year or so, and that crazy jacked up fool says, how do you bring as many people in as possible? You're going to say, hey, we have the system for you. That's what we're building right now. Who is this for? Licensed agents or agents that are in licensing. Like if you're in licensing right now and you're so close, like, hey, I want to start building now. I want to start getting this happening at this moment. Don't shy away from that. Go ahead and jump in now. Just let us know. New agents, seasoned agents, doesn't matter to me. People willing to stretch, communicate, and be held accountable. Accountability is the structure. The weekly touch points, we're going to have 1 group Zoom per week to check in, get support, and adjust strategies. We're creating a mess. I talked to Scribner today, and I'm going to continue to tell him we are going to create a mess. And when I have created a mess in the past, it has generated a lot of success for me. And so we're going to create a big old mess. We're going to adjust strategy. Each person must report their numbers weekly on a shared document that we're going to have inside of Google. Some things that we're going to track that have to happen. Okay, just before you sign up, just know this. You're going to text at least 10 real estate agents per day. 10 different. Don't text the same 10 every day. Text 10 real estate agents per day or brokers. We can help you and we can help you and show you what to say to those brokers and or real estate agents. If you don't have access to get 10 agents per day, get with Daniel Ng. He'll help you. If you're direct to me, I will help you. I will show you. How many 3-way calls did you do? How many 3-way calls did you do? Now, here's the cool thing about these 3-way calls is Daniel's going to be busy. Here's the beauty of what we're creating here. The synergy that we're creating here is I can do a 3-way call for Brandon, and Brandon can do a 3-way call for me. If you join, Brandon can do a 3-way call for you, or I can do it. We'll have multiple people to do 3-way calls, so we're not 100% relying on Daniel to do everything. So we're going to create some stupid crazy, but Daniel knows this better than so-and-so. I understand that, but how did Daniel get to know that? He created a mess and messed up. Like I have been with Daniel for a little over a year now, and I've literally watched that man convert right in front of my eyes. Like I've watched him just transform right in front of my eyes from what he did a year ago to what he does today, completely different. Why? Because he just kept doing it over and over and over. So we're going to trust each other. We're going to trust each other. We're going to build on each other. That's what this 5 is all about. Optional, create how many ads are you running? That's going to be something that's going to have to happen. How many paid ads are you running? How many free ads are you running? Okay. This isn't just hey, let's just see if this works. This is all in. One thing that we're also going to add to this is warm market calls. We have pretty much structured our Wednesday meeting to where Brandon and I can literally every other Wednesday sit in Daniel's office in front of a bunch of people and do live warm market calls. If you don't live in Dallas and you don't come to me, that's okay. If you live in a different city, that's okay. We can still make those dials for you. Or if you got a full-time job, that's okay. We can still make those dials for you. because we have to get on the train of warm market dials. Let's see here. The culture of the Blitz is this. We build together. No one gets left behind. We edify one another. We build each other up. Edification is the cornerstone to growth. Now, if you don't understand that, it's okay. I can train you on that. We can turn our accountability call into some training, and I will train you on exactly how to do that. But we're not, we edify one another. We're not here to close people. We're here to attract leaders, okay? Everyone will get support from Brandon or myself. Daniel's going to jump in. I know that. He's going to give us massive support. So how do you join? Well, what I want you to do is get on my calendar. Go to www.ican'tquitlife. That is a landing page, and you'll see my pinned Instagram post immediately. You're not in Instagram. You're actually on my landing page. Scroll down. It says get on calendar. Click on that. Get on calendar. And what I want to do is interview you and talk to you and understand why it is you want to do this with us, okay? And I can promise you, I can assure you that this will be a 90-day period that you will look back on and say, wow, that was it. Now, it's going to be painful. We're going to go crazy on this. 10 people a day. Okay, people say, well, that didn't sound like a lot. Well, give it a shot. Are you doing it now? Probably not. Are you texting 2 new people a day? Probably not. 10 is going to be a big jump for you. But jump in, make it happen. Scrib, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, man, I'm just, I'm really excited for the culture that we're building. And it's also the culture that we're building for others. Yes, we're going to be trying to attracting agents, but it's not just for us. It's for how can we help you? It's going to be hard, like you said, ruffle some feathers. But at the end of the day, at the past 90 days, you're going to love it, look back at it and be like, dang, I wish I would have done this sooner.
Amen. Amen. So that's all we got for you. I don't want to keep you long for no reason. I usually have this call at 20 minutes anyhow. So we're right at 20 minutes. And listen to this. Get on my calendar. Let's talk. Let's see if you want to be. And listen, I don't care if it's just Brandon and I starting this thing. If you're saying, hey, I'm going to sit back and watch you two fools, fine. Brandon and I are going to set ourselves on fire and we're going to excite you. I promise you that. When you set yourself on fire, people are going to watch you. And that's exactly what Scrib and I are going to do. We're going to set ourselves on fire. Now we want 3 to join us. No more. But I promise you, the 2 of us will create a huge mess. And you'll be like, I should have jumped in. Should have lit myself on fire with them fools. All right, gang. Thanks for jumping on, Scrib. I hope you had a great time. Jiu-Jitsu for coaching. And I appreciate you jumping on. I don't know why we couldn't get your picture to work. I got to figure that out next time around. Man, I'm looking forward to this, Scrib. I appreciate you jumping in here with me, bro.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right. Adios, guys.